All right. So what is going on with the whole Eric July and Riley? I don't know. But there's this clip here. We're going to react to it from the Steel Toe Morning Show, reacting to Ethan Ralph, Ethan freaking Ralph, yelling about Riley's arrest. So that was a clip earlier that I reacted to. Check that one out if you want the full story there. Let's go ahead and put this on the screen. Shout out to Alyssa Clips for making this possible here. And here we go. First time checking this out, guys. First time initial reaction. Here we go.
Ralph yelling about the Riley arrest. Now, we talked about this earlier, and admittedly, I'm happy that I don't know a lot about this situation leading up because it sounds as childish as fuck.
I don't know anything about Aaron other than he lets his wife get slapped around. He lets his wife sleep around with other men. I would have to agree. I think the drama between Eric July and the Eric July haters or whatever is very childish and not on Eric July's part. Okay. It's like I see a bunch of people who are jealous that the man's making money and they'll say, but his comics suck. Okay. But he's making money. So what's the problem? There's bad art everywhere. Anyway.
This Eric July, some black dude who makes comics. And I guess he's supposed to be like really based or whatever. And a lot of people don't like him. They either think he's phony or his comics suck or whatever. I don't know, man. There's a lot of people who I think suck, and I just don't patronize them. I don't watch.
That's kind of what you do, right? If you don't like someone's work, you don't like someone's comic, don't like someone's whatever the hell they're making, you're kind of like, okay, it's not really what I do. But some people are like, oh, man, not only do I not like what he does, I'm going to go out of my way and mess with the guy. I'm going to mess with the guy. All right.
Watch their shit.
If you don't like it, just go find something you like. Why would you make
pretty reasonable take here. I mean,
yourself miserable? Just go do something you want to do.
Especially when the guy seems like he's doing really well and making a shitload of money. I would never want to keep fucking with that person because it would make me look like
you're jealous.
I'm not effective. Like this guy's
not just not effective, but like you're jealous. Like you're agreeing with envy. Like the only reason why you're reeing at the guy, wanting to go after the guy, Eric July, is because you're jealous of how much money he makes versus how little you make. And then you even have Ethan Van Sciver, that's the guy's name, right? The other comics guy, going against Eric July because of standards and comics or whatever. I'm like, dude, your comic is like, what, a cyber frog? We're talking about standards and comics, dude. What the hell are you talking about? What are you talking about? You sound insane. And people say you're late on your books. I have no idea. I don't care. I'm not one who purchases comics all the time. Actually, at all. I don't think the last time I purchased comics was, I think I was 10 years old. The last time I purchased a comic. It was an Archie's comic. Kroger's. I don't know, man. Like, I don't care about any of that shit. But what I see is grown-ass men freaking out because another grown-ass man is making money off of stuff. And acting like that's some sort of grave offense. Okay.
still fucking making money hand over fist, and I'm still bitching and whining and complaining, and it doesn't seem to be slowing this guy's roll at all. So Riley, who's Dick Masterson's producer, and I've met Riley. I think Riley's a fun guy.
Riley is the producer? Riley is the goon, dude. Right? I'm pretty sure Dick Masterson's able to produce his own show without Riley. I hope so, anyway. Riley is just, from what I've seen anyway, an idiot.
He went to Eric July's event. He had a live event at some bar or some convention area. And Riley went there in a cape to stand outside and, you know, just be obnoxious.
Yeah.
Apparently, the venue owner had Riley arrested. The venue owner didn't want Riley there. He didn't want all these people coming in for a big event and seeing some guy in a cape screaming about how big of an asshole the person that everybody was there to see was. The venue owner thought that might be detrimental to his bottom line. So
I don't think it was even that. I think it was just the fact that he was there, like just messing around, and he wasn't supposed to be there. That's the venue owner. I guarantee you, the venue owner was not thinking about Eric July's bottom line. More like this was a place for reservations. You had to RSVP to get there, and this guy didn't have that. This guy's messing around. He's loitering in a parking lot at a private event in Texas. That's already no bueno. That's no Spanish for no good. That's Spanish for no good. Okay. Yeah. So that's the reason why. And he was act like he's like the victim too. Riley.
I think nobody would have noticed if you ignored it.
Well, he called the police, but it got around the internet, of course, that Eric July called the police. So
even if Eric July called the police, I wouldn't give a damn. But then it's all about like principles, and then he's a libertarian or something like that. I was like, I mean, dude, whatever. Okay. I mean, how far do principles take you, right? At times, right? Push comes to shove.
If Eric July called the police, well, then he's a bitch and a rat and a snitch. And the internet loves stories like that. So they're like, I don't really give a shit if it's true or not. I'm just going to run with it. And this Eric July guy has told people, if you have a problem with me, pull up. Like he's tried to be really gangster about it. Now, two things about this. One, leave the fucking guy alone. Let him write stupid comic books. Number two, if you're a comic book writer and you're telling people to pull up and trying to sound gangster, fucking stop it.
Well, I'll say Eric July sounds more gangster, more threatening than this guy. Effing stop it. Effing stop it. That's how it comes across. That's how it comes across. Every comic book writer, telling people to pull up. Effing stop it. He's got to like say, both are wrong. Knock it off, you kids. Except it's coming off as like this whiny, wimpy, simpy nerd in a corner who gets bullied in school. Okay? Just stop it, you guys. Stop the fighting. No, I mean, I know very little about Eric July. But what I do know is when push comes to shove, I don't think he's going to be one that you want to F around with. Like, I don't think you would want to. I don't think you would want to. I mean, I'm pretty sure he packs heat, and I'm pretty sure he's ready to use it. Okay? Okay.
You write comic books. Like Stan Lee is challenging people to fisticuffs.
Excelsior.
It's like, I'm not taking sides on the Eric July thing. Here's the side I'm taking. This is all super gay. But some people get
it is super gay, for sure. It is super gay. I will admit that. I can agree with that.
Really worked up and super passionate about it. Let's play this Ethan Ralph yelling about Eric July and Riley and all this shit. First off, Patrick, thank you for the $20. He's going. He's getting $50 to Stoney's Bar in downtown Rockville. The next two people who go on PayPal or Streamlabs and throw in that $20 are getting
throwing the money, guys.
The same
throw
thing.
The money.
190 away from today's goal. We're a ways.
190. Wow, man, they're doing great. Making a living off that.
Away, and we're 50 minutes out.
Pay some bills with that, huh?
From trying to knock that out. $4.99. Oh no, it was Scarface, wasn't it? Who got the sippy cup?
Maybe.
Gives out sippy cups? What are we talking about? Does he have like little kids in his audience?
I don't remember. It might be Scarface.
Scarface or Sage, yeah. $4.99.
Are you serious? Did he just drink out of a sippy cup? After telling Eric July to knock it off? I mean, what? You are that bullied kid in the corner. Hey, Are you still healing from that atomic wedgie? What?
99 from Scarface says Eric July is a fake ANCAP who had Riley arrested when he could have easily disarmed him by buying him a beer rather than having him arrested for stalking.
He didn't RSVP to the event. Why would he buy him anything? He's a goofball. He doesn't care for Riley anyway. Why would he buy him a beer? Riley doesn't even deserve that. Like, what did he talk about? That's dumb.
Now, what I'm hearing is that the venue owner called the police. So, and I believe the venue owner has come out and said he called the police. But yeah, I would say that's a good point. Like if I had somebody outside our anniversary show,
but I believe
and
it
they
was
were like
the venue
being a cunt, I would just bring him into the party and we'd all just make fun of him, or we'd all just.
Of course you would. You let another man F your wife, dude. Like you let another man bang your wife, lay pipe in your wife. Okay? Like, I don't care what you would do. It's nothing I would follow. I mean, dude.
You know, point him out.
Have a good time.
Yeah. Like, I would agree with that. Like, Eric, but the thing is, that's if Eric July called the police, and it doesn't sound like he did. Like, if you invite him.
Getting dressed up to fight a guy having a comic book expo, or at least just trolling a guy having a comic book expo, seems like you have too much time on your hands. I don't get those. No one going there is like, I'm on the fence. Do I like this guy or not? Oh, Fatso in a cape has turned me.
So Ethan Ralph went off on the situation, and
of course he did. Ethan Ralph is like a blowhard at this. He's gonna rage at anything. He's gonna overplay it. He's gonna, let me guess, he plays some copyrighted music, he yells real loud, he starts hollering, so he can impress Dick Masterson of how passionate he is about this whole situation, when it is a really gay and stupid situation. I mean, that's his thing. He can scream and holler. But I don't think there's a fist fight Ethan Ralph could win. Like ever.
This makes it all seem, again, so childish. Let's take a look.
Did show producer Riley arrested in Dallas?
Already with the mic. I heard Ethan Ralph has been sober. I don't even know. I don't believe that either. Because, like, already it kind of reminds me of the Pillstream audio. Like, this is great. This is so freaking great. He's going to try to sound all threatening and tough. But he can't even get his mic working.
Dallas, Texas, for standing outside of the Rippaverse event and filming from the outside the event.
Ethan Ralph, you would call the police on anyone. You did this at your own freaking event at the bowling alley. How many? Dude, we saw people get escorted from your Ralph Bowl, whatever phenomenon event you had, some super gay event you had, okay? And you had people escorted by police if they caused trouble. So you, out of all people, shouldn't be saying anything about this. We all know your position. You will call the police if someone harasses you. You've done it before, and you'll do it again. Okay?
On the fucking sidewalk, he was arrested for stalking, allegedly.
For stalking. His voice cracked when he said that.
Outside this fucking event, full of e-celebs, full of conning cocksuckers. Alex Stein.
I like he sounds all trying to sound all tough and stuff when he still can't afford anything. You know, my neighbor's son makes more money mowing yards in a month than Ethan Ralph will ever make in probably in a year. Let's be honest. Let's be honest there. Like, if you want to be more successful than Ethan Ralph, all you have to do is start mowing yards for like, I don't know, $40 a yard. That's pretty high. But unless you do front and back. Hey, and there you go. I mean, all you would have to do is really mow 3 yards, and then that's how much Ethan Ralph makes in a month. Okay, so there you have it.
Right at the top of the list, but there were many others in there.
By the way, does anybody cut a wrestling promo like Ethan Ralph?
What the hell are you talking about, Aaron? This is not a good wrestling promo. What are you smoking? This is shit. Ethan Ralph has had better promos. Ethan Ralph has had better hollering sessions. This is horrible. This is weak. The gas is out. He needs to refuel. Maybe he needs to get back on the wagon because the wagon's where the booze is at, right?
I don't think so.
This is like if I didn't know what this was about, I would think
guy with an American flag behind him.
This was to set up a pay-per-view on Sunday. I would think that Ethan Ralph is trying to talk people into the arena to come watch SummerSlam.
No.
If I didn't know this was about fucking comic books and shit.
No, he sounds like some drunk just rambling away about nothing. Sounds like a has-been.
Who could have stood up and said something. And said, you know what? Let the motherfucker in. You know, it's his home.
Ethan Ralph, you would never, ever do that. You would never, ever do that. And we've seen that done. We've seen how you treat people who mess with you at your events.
Turf. Dallas is where Eric July is from.
This is
the fucking shit verse, in my opinion. But I don't give a fuck about comedy.
Now look. I know tensions are high right now. And I know tempers are flaring.
Tempers are not flaring.
But there's no need to call it the shit verse. I mean, that's... Guys,
Aaron, what are you fucking talking about? Tempers aren't flared. It's just stupid, childish bullshit. Okay? All right? This is weak sauce. Like, the people who are, like, trying to go to war with Eric July, the problem is they don't know how to make money on comics. They're jealous because they're not him. They want to make him. They want to make his money. They want to be him. All right, that's what it is.
Let's maintain a little decorum here, please.
You guys realize you're all people on the internet.
Like, and we're screaming about comic books, for fuck's sake. And this guy's a fake ANCAP, and he's a fake libertarian. Guys, I've said that I have libertarian leanings long enough to know that in the mind of libertarians, there's no such thing as a real libertarian. Everybody's a fake
have you seen the libertarian candidate this year?
Oh, God. What a...
Are there libertarians anymore?
Oh, my God. But, like, everybody's screaming about what a...
I mean, he kind of has a point. People want to be like, I want the government out of my business, out of my life, out of my stuff, out of people's stuff, until it's time when you need their help, right? Like if Ethan Ralph would... Wait, Ethan Ralph? Has Ethan Ralph ever been on welfare? Has Ethan Ralph's family ever been on welfare? Benefit from the government? But then again, that's Ralph. Ralph isn't a libertarian. And also, this whole thing doesn't even matter.
Comic book.
Oh, because Eric July is a libertarian? He seems, from what I understand, he follows that. But I don't really give a shit. I don't care.
Guy did to some fat autistic guy in a cape, and it's like, guys, there's no reason for this level of animosity. Like, we can bring this down. Like, this is all funny. You know, it's not like somebody got arrested in a house full of drugs, guns, and children, and with his side piece at his side. I mean, it's not.
Oh, that
it's not
side
like
piece is your wife, bro. Oh, your ex-wife.
Again, I don't know if he's doing a character or a bit, but
no, this is Ethan Ralph.
He seems like he's pushing it, like as a bit and everything, and that's fine. But if you were legit someone who got this worked up about
it, Ethan Ralph is legit retarded. So this is actually him.
All right, you got a problem. Let it go.
Comics. I mean, mean, you know what? Who cares? To be honest.
There you go, Ethan. That's the spirit. Attaboy. I like that. I like that Ethan can turn it on and turn it off. Like, he can hit the brakes and accelerate really quick. Like, there's this bullshit and the rip-a-verse or the shit-verse. Fuck these people. Now, you know what? Who gives a shit? I don't really care. It's like, you know what? That's admirable. Most people can't turn it off once they turn it on. You know?
I tried to listen to what he said, Aaron, but I don't listen to cuck, okay?
And he's like, you know what? Fuck it. Who cares? This is retarded.
But I've seen what you put out, and it's complete trash. Batman, more like shit, man.
Well, again, Ethan.
Batman, more like shit, man. Ethan, this is like the. Are you writing Nick Rekieta's jokes? What are you doing? Ethan, Ralph, I never thought I would say this, but get back on the booze. Get back drinking. Get back doing pills or whatever it is you were doing before. I don't know what's going on here. This is bad.
Don't go too far where you can't turn back.
Batman, more like shit. What are you talking about?
Back now. I mean, shit, man, is, you know, where some people come from, them's fighting words. Let's try to maintain, like I said, some.
Aaron, this isn't even really a good place to pause. Why are you pausing here? Just make one comment and go.
Decorum here. Shit, man. It's too far.
Is my fucking opinion on your fucking trash. Regardless, you had the home turf advantage. You had the chance to act like a man, and instead, Mr. ANCAP, Mr. Gangbanger, I carry a fucking heater wherever I go. You had the chance.
What, did you want him to shoot him?
It sounds like it. They wanted to escalate it to a whole other level. Crank that up to 11. You don't have to do that when you're at your own event. Okay? You're at your own event, signing comics, talking stuff or whatever, and the event organizer, the venue, is like, you know what? This guy's loitering around. This guy is here on this property, and he's not supposed to be here. We're gonna go ahead and call the police and have him taken out. Okay. Versus you, Ralph, where you personally called the police, and we know you did, and we know you do. Okay. That's what's so funny. Like, all this hollering and talking tough, it is just a bunch of hot air. It is not even hot anymore. It's barely warm.
What? Did you want him to pull out his gun because a man in a cape was standing outside? Now, look, I
don't think Eric July even knew he was out there.
Of inviting him in and, like, counter-trolling him would be great? Yeah, for sure. Yeah. He's outnumbered. That would be the move to make. Do I also, in a really cheeky, shitty way, think it's...
Actually, the best move to make would be just to ignore him and just let the venue organizer or whatever the property owner take care of it, okay? And that's what happened. Because some goofball outside is not worth your trouble to stop your show and all that.
Really funny to have a guy who's fucking with you arrested? Kinda. Like, I think it's kind of funny if a guy's outside in a cape and he's fucking around with you and he's like talking shit and you're like, all right, I'm going to raise this up to the next level. You're getting arrested by the cops. That's kind of funny. It's a shitheel move, but it's kind of funny. Like, you got him fucking arrested. The last thing he was thinking when he put that cape on was that he was going to jail.
I think there was a possibility that Riley knew there was a chance he would go to jail. Like, he had to have known that there's a chance. The chance was there, for sure. He tried loitering around in Texas and see what happens. The police are going to call. They're going to call him, okay?
Was he in holding for a while? Because I want to know, how does that go? Do you feel a little vulnerable if you're in, like, a holding cell with a bunch of other people and you're the only one who looks like a cosplayer? Like,
do you get to
seems like it might not go well.
Do you get to keep the cape also? Or do you have to take that off when you go in?
No, you don't get to keep the cape. Come on, guys.
To bring Riley, just invite him in. Invite him in. make a mockery of him, whatever you want to do, but instead you called the fucking police because you're a snitch fucking piece of shit. And you.
That's real funny. Once again, how many times have you called the police on people, Ethan Ralph? Oh, a bunch of times, right? The moment you get the chance, you call the police on people. Because that's what you do.
Belong on the bottom of the pile, I'll just say. So don't get my.
What does that mean?
Look, when you called the cops on my friend, you did me in the wrong way. And I don't like it when things don't go my way.
That's pretty much
Eric
it.
July.
Starting to bail out on me.
Eric July, hell of a call to the cops.
It's really, he's trying to be Dick Masterson's pit bull. But this pit bull is out of gas, dude. This pit bull has no energy in it anymore. It doesn't have any more fight.
Riley. Yep. Probably the toughest call I ever made in my life. And I don't like it when things aren't going my way. Riley, you turn the tables on me. Turn the tables in the wrong way. You got me mad now. Fucking stupid.
Fucking Twitter account taken down, and so you can't silence me, so you can't call the police on me like you like to do everybody else. You're a fucking pussy. Your first move is always to call the fucking police, and you make me.
You sound like you're talking about yourself. That's what's going on here. He's projecting. Ethan Ralph is like looking at himself in the mirror and just going off.
Fucking sick.
If you smell.
I think the shades he's wearing helps him see internally his soul. And he's just venting about how he feels about himself.
Sorry. I feel like Ethan needs a catchphrase at the end of his promos because that, again, that's like fucking wrestling promo worthy.
Oh, shut up, dude. No, it is not.
It is very energetic.
All right, I'm going to rate this clip compared to, okay, here we go. I'm a reaction channel now on the main channel. I reacted to this. How do I review this? I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. Honestly, a 3 out of 10. It actually, without the Silto Morning Show, might have been a 4 out of 10. It was just like, actually, yeah. Without the Silto Morning Show, 4 out of 10. And why is that? Well, Ethan Ralph's energy level is pretty low. Like, his ranting and raving and hollering was pretty lackluster. Like, as someone who's dedicated his YouTube channel to follow Ethan Ralph for about 2-3 years, I've seen the highs, I've seen the lows, I've seen the rage, I've seen the pill streams and all that stuff. I gotta say, this is like the worst promo I've ever seen him do. So actually, in that in mind, no, man, I gotta say this. This is gonna sting a little bit. Without the Stilto Morning Show, it is actually a 2 out of 10. The Stilto Morning Show does make it a 3 out of 10. Okay, I gotta be honest there. It's just Ethan Ralph's promo here is just horrible, and it comes across as like hollow and pathetic. Like, you know what he's talking about. He does himself. So it's like, and you also know he's being trying to be like the pit bull, the guard dog, the junkyard dog, really, for Dick Masterson, for Riley. And it's just sad. It's just sad. Over something that no one cares about. Over something that I guarantee you the people at the venue were like, who's that joker? Who's that clown? I don't know. We're having a good time over here, though. He gets picked up by the police. Yeah. So, yeah, this final verdict. So 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. All right, guys. Submit clips for me to react to, and we'll do that. We'll have some fun.